Hello. So I'm making a small video about the importance of evidence and why Intel Corporation is so smart by doing things without cameras around. Anytime they wanted to try to catch me, they would have cameras on me. Two cameras, three. Even Delfino Sandoval came up and pointed. He goes, "You know, there's three cameras watching you." And they had that one guy call himself Dungar. He goes, "Big Brother's always watching." Well, everybody said cameras are on you at all times. Do you know the importance of evidence? How about you guys erasing the Dale Earnhardt's alive? How about you guys faking Sierra Ramsey's death and making it impossible for me to prove it? How about you guys committing crimes, trying to rape my wife, coming into our house, and you guys just deleting the evidence and erasing it? How about Intel Corporation's cops stealing my evidence the night he arrested me in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and getting rid of my phone that had three crucial pieces of evidence that would have kept me out of jail and would have raised my eyebrows for the crimes committed?
Hi, I'm Stephen Burke, Principal of Supersplitting. What I wanted to talk to you about today was the importance of evidence in superannuation matters. For those of you who've got a practice at the bar, you'll know the importance of evidence, and in superannuation matters, two aspects are important. Firstly, you should always have evidence about the nature, form and characteristics of the superannuation, and you should also have evidence about the effect of any order that's being sought. In a recent case, there were competing considerations for whether the Type A, the base amount order, or the Type B, the percentage order, was the order to be made. The wife was seeking the Type B percentage order and had put on evidence about the effect of that order. The husband did not put on any evidence, and it left the magistrate in a position where the only order that he could make was the order about which he had the evidence. Hence, the Type B order was made, and it made about $80,000 worth of difference to the entitlement that the wife ultimately took. For some recent cases where evidence is important and discussed quite extensively, have a look at two cases by Justice Murphy, the first being Guthrie and Rushton, which is reported at 2009, FAMCA 1144, and Hayton and Bendel, which is reported at 2010, FAMCA 592. We also upload cases as they come to hand, so visit our website at all the W's, supersplitting.com.au.
Now let's look at what happens when you have no proof for your innocence and people condemn you anyway because of a bunch of liars like Charles Ray, who somehow was in our school in 1988, who somehow called himself Tom Fooler, somehow went to Alcatel, called himself Tom Fooler, and then he was told he had to change his name back to Charles Ray in front of everybody at Alcatel, yet they still condemned me. Even though he proved he hated me by yelling and screaming at me, he still conducted his own investigation where he was trying to set me up and I didn't do nothing wrong. No matter what I was going to do or what I was going to say, he was going to condemn me in front of the world because Charles Lewis Ray hates Brett Bitterdy and I didn't do anything wrong.
69-year-old Ventura County man who spent the last 36 years in prison for a murder he did not commit will spend the night in his own bed tonight. Michael Handline was released today thanks to more than a decade of work by the Innocence Project here in San Diego. 10 News anchor Itika Milana shows us the emotional moment as he walked free.
Michael Handline looked to the sky after walking out of prison for the first time in 36 years.
A wrongfully convicted man was released from prison after nearly 20 years.
Terrible injustice occurred when the state prosecuted Marvin Haynes.
Haynes was 16 years old in 2004 when he was convicted of killing a man in a flower shop in Minneapolis. The Great North Innocence Project took on his case and challenged the eyewitness testimony, claiming that Haynes did not fit the description of the suspect originally described. A judge agreed that the testimony was unreliable, and without it, there most likely wouldn't have been a conviction in this case.
New at 6, a man who spent 44 years in prison for a murder conviction is now a free man. A judge ordered him released today. CBS 4's Cynthia Demas joins us from the newsroom with details. Cynthia.
This is an unbelievable story, Elliot. Today, an outburst of emotion in a Miami-Dade County courtroom as a man who was sentenced to life in prison got out after more than 4 decades behind bars. His freedom is thanks to a recent Supreme Court ruling. The family is overjoyed.
Hey, Bill Bartol, do you remember when I had to go and file for divorce because of all the things you guys kept doing to me. You just kept pretending like you didn't know anything about what I was talking about. Remember? And then you took me into a meeting to talk to me, had a big old meeting, and I walk out, and right at the end of the meeting, you said, "Hey, Brett," and you were still stuck in your little glass cage, right? In the little meeting that we just had, and you did this little number right here. And then you said, "I'm free." You remember that, Bill Bartol? I think Bill Bartol needs to get locked up. There's evidence against you. The Earnhardt's alive. SpaceX is fake. No way we have rockets going up and landing. Somebody once told me once I saw that India had landed on the moon, India was going to start showing some evidence. I have a feeling that a lot of people in Intel Corporation are about to be arrested for attempted murder of Brett Finnerty, April Hawley, Han Wong, and the rape of April Hawley and Han Wong, and the false imprisonment of Shane Hawley.
Oh.